everybody out there out here on the road trying to do this live stream. I didn't tell anybody, so I ain't mad that ain't no viewers right off the back, but I titled this one Tell Them Why You Mad at Farrakhan. I'm sure a lot of haters eventually gonna chime in because they're gonna think that they can get some juice or some, get some dirt on against Farrakhan, but it's really tell them why you mad at Farrakhan. Very bad connection. That's what happens when you're driving. Yeah, so it's telling why you mad at Farrakhan. That keep going across my mind. I mean, we in the Nation of Islam, we pretty much can see a lot of the reasons why y'all mad at Farrakhan. But, for all the success that Minister Farrakhan has, I know it's so much more that the Minister Farrakhan wants to accomplish. And for those who seem to have a problem with the minister's success, you can be happy with yourself that he hasn't, or that we haven't reached the level of success that he and we aim to accomplish. So you can pat yourself on the back of that. But in all reality, all y'all really doing is slowing the process. I need to turn this music off in the background. I don't know if y'all can hear that music or not. Yeah, so, tell them why you mad at Farrakhan. What has Minister Farrakhan done to you in your life that, he needs, be a household name of negativity, out of your mouth? Why does Farrakhan cause so much problems or ill feelings in the minds of people? And I'm not really talking about the Caucasian, although I don't care who chimes in. So if you one of those devils out there that don't like Farrakhan, feel free to comment. Feel free to comment, because I don't mind hearing the perspective that you have on the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. I'm not a one-sided guy. I will say I pretty much heard it all, but somebody always got something to say. Let's see if I can turn this back the other way. Rotate the device. Oh, I got to turn it back now. Wait. Turn it back. Alright, hold on. Okay. Y'all gonna have to bounce with me for a second. Alright, here we go. Just turn the music over, so if y'all was hearing my Tony Braxton in the background, pardon me. I'm riding. I got a whole day to drive, so listen to a lot of different things. But as far as tell them why you mad, son. Tell them why you mad. I know it's old school, but tell them why you mad at Minister Farrakhan. Most of you don't even have legitimate reasons for being mad at Farrakhan outside of his level of success. If Minister Farrakhan was not as successful in hurting and shepherding the people, then you wouldn't have so much to say about him. Because if you were able to get up on your own too, and with your own knowledge and your own ability, shepherd the masses like the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan is, then there would be no need for you to speak his name. So tell him why you mad, son. Tell him why you mad. What the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan do to the average people, especially black people, that will cause you to talk negatively about him? Explain that to me. What is it? All right, you know, he loves black people, and I'm trying to help out. Maybe I can touch on a few subjects that I've heard and that people are probably thinking, have said, you know, previously. But they want to call him a bigot. You know, they want to say it's we're racist. All right. I probably won't have a connection for too long, but hopefully I'll be able to tie a lot of these things in together and take, you know, make a second take on the video when I get a chance. When you if you attempt to call Minister Farrakhan a racist, can you back that up? And if you're going to say, depending on what he speaks, how much of what he speaks do you really know? You know, because from my perspective, I'm following the minister for the last about 8 years and researching minister from previous to my 8 years. He's a lover of humanity. You know, the thing is that when he speaks about the devil or he speaks about the white man, and he speaks about the things they've done wrong, we get offended because they seem to be offended. But the thing isn't so much about not saying something that's offensive. The thing is he correct in what he's saying? If he's correct in what he's saying, then these are real issues that need to be dealt with. And the majority of us are so afraid that if we offend the Caucasian and the minister's offending the Caucasian, we don't want to have his back because we're worried about the backlash that's going to come with offending the Caucasian. That extends beyond their feelings being hurt. What are they going to do now that their feelings have been hurt and they've been exposed by the minister and by the Nation of Islam? That's the fear. So not knowing, and actually from the history of how they treat opposition, the fear is you don't want to invoke that kind of punishment, possible punishment on yourself. So it's like, shut up, just try to go along and get along, and don't stir nothing up that's going to cause them to bring their wrath upon us. So in that kind of thinking, you already put this Caucasian in the seat and in the position of God. You made them a God over yourself, and you want us to allow them to be God over us. You are afraid of them. You are envious of them. You are amazed by them, and you actually look at yourself as, you know, being the bottom of the barrel, no good, troublesome, stupid, weak. That's how the majority of black people look at themselves in comparison to the Caucasian on the planet. So here comes Minister Farrakhan that's telling you that these white folks are the devil. Although we do know that history can prove that they are the devil, we won't openly say that. So why do we have this contrast of recognizing that they're the devil but not wanting to say it, and then at the same time treating them as if they're God, fearing them as if they're God, you know, worshiping them as if they're God, right? Serving them as if they're God. Why do we have this contrast? Okay, their actions show me they're the devil, but at the same time, everything else is a reflection of them being a God over me. So that means you made the devil a God over yourself, unless you're saying God is a dual personality in which he really comes in the form of a Caucasian, in which he's good and evil, and you don't want to provoke him in either case. So Farrakhan is saying, no, this white man is the devil, and actually, black man and woman, you are direct descendants of the true and living God. But we don't want to accept that. We don't want to reason with that. We don't want to even investigate that. All because, once again, it might offend or not even might, that it does and it will offend, is Caucasian, right? So I guess in trying to cut this short, you know, I can get into detail. I try this again later. Maybe I get a few views of this, and they'll be intrigued and want to know what else I got to say on the subject. But in short, tell them why you mad at Farrakhan is because he's stirring up, or in your small mind, stirring up unnecessary drama between black people and the Caucasian. After you feel like after about 400 years you finally been set free and you can live what seems to be a decent life, you don't want to stir anything up that might put you back under the foot, you know, and pressure of the Caucasian. So you're mad at Farrakhan for that, but the truth is you're not really free. You know, not free in the sense that you can compare your freedom to that of the white man. Because the white man has his government, he has his laws, you know, he has his land, and we're just living in it, you know, and being abused in it. So we're not living, we're not really free. We can't make our own laws. We don't have an economic structure like they do. You know, there is no equality. So they can abuse us for as much as they want. And all we can do is throw a tantrum and flip cards over and react in an idiotic manner that will allow them to shoot us down and incarcerate us, which is an even deeper slavery, or putting us back into complete slavery. So we haven't grown up to realize that Minister Farrakhan is actually helping us to free ourselves from the clutches of these who we think we are actually free from, but we're really not. So tell them why you mad at Minister Farrakhan. Let me see a few viewers on here, and then I'll come back. You know, if you got some complaints, if you think what I'm saying is absolutely wrong, if you got something to add to it, you know, hit me up, and we'll go from there. All right? Peace. How you in?